Good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 27th Annual Craig School of Business Convocation. Would everyone please rise for our national anthem to be sung by Fresno State student Constantine Pappas.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Wow. Thank you, Constantine. You may be seated. Graduates, family, friends, faculty, and distinguished guests, welcome to the Craig School of Business Convocation. I'm Bob Harper, Dean of the Craig School of Business. For the enjoyment of those around you, please turn off or silence any cell phones or electronic devices, and remember to remain in your seats during the ceremony. Photos of the graduates will be taken as they cross the stage, and proofs will be emailed after our ceremony from the photographer. Also, the ceremony will be linked to the Fresno State YouTube page within a week. I want to begin by introducing the special guests we have on stage today. I'd like to ask when their name is called that they wave their hand or tip their hat in some way to identify them, and please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Beginning to my left is Dr. Joseph I. Castro, President of Fresno State. Next to Dr. Castro is Curtis Willey, the Craig School of Business Graduate Dean's Medalist. Next to Mr. Willey is Dr. Andrew Hoff, Interim Provost and Academic Vice President of Fresno State. Next to Provost Hoff is Kathy Moffitt, the Associate Dean in the School of Business. Next to Kathy Moffitt is Brenda Garcia Lemus, the Undergraduate Dean's Medalist. And next to Brenda is Lynette Zalesny, Vice Provost and Provost Designate. And next to Dr. Zalesny is Carolyn Kuhn, Associate Provost, Interim Associate Vice President and Dean of Student Affairs at Fresno State. And last is Dr. Marshall Johnston, who will be reading the graduate names this morning. Students, let me be the first to congratulate you upon completion of your degree program and welcome you as you start what I am confident will be a successful career for you. Years from now, as you reflect on your time spent here, I hope you have fond memories of the Craig School of Business at Fresno State and feel that we prepared you well for the future. Now I'm pleased to introduce the President of Fresno State, Dr. Joseph Castro.
Good morning. Hey. It is my great pleasure to join all of you today for the Craig School of Business Convocation. As you may know, this is my first commencement season as the president of Fresno State and the first ceremony of that season. So I'm really happy to be here with you. I am very proud of all of your significant accomplishments. In my nearly 10 months at Fresno State, I've been challenging students, faculty, staff, and administrators with the simple phrase of, "Let's be bold." The response has been tremendous. Throughout the campus, there is communication and collaboration, fresh ideas, and novel twists on old ideas, suggestions, and solutions. And as you prepare to graduate and move forward with your life, I hope that you'll do that with boldness. That's right. Be bold in your creativity, generate new concepts, try new things, push yourselves into new realms. Be bold in having the courage to say and do what you believe is right. Be bold proclaiming what an excellent education you received at Fresno State. Tell others that this is a university of opportunity for the residents of the Central Valley. We should all be proud that we're a university of discovery, diversity, and distinction. We offer education that allows our students to work and succeed in graduate school and in hundreds of different kinds of careers. And we have an enviable record of achievement by our students, an accomplishment by 200,000 alumni. And you get to join the ranks of that 200,000 alumni. Yeah. I know that the Craig School is vital in preparing graduates who will shape and sustain the future of our region. Let's also remember that our success, your success, wouldn't happen without accomplished, caring faculty and staff, and supportive family and alumni and community members. I want to thank all of the families who are here today who have supported the graduates. Congratulations. The Craig School of Business had its accreditation extended by the AACSB which is the Association to Advance Collegiate School of Business. Less than 5% of the world's business programs have this premier recognition. Congratulations. The Craig School has had this accreditation since 1958 and was the first in the California State University system to achieve this distinction. Yeah. Congratulations also to the students who participated in the Student Managed Investment Fund, which currently manages $2.7 million of our university's foundation, and in a national competition amongst approximately 60 other student-managed funds, our team took first place in the growth category. They took first place because they had a risk-adjusted return of 37.5% in 2013. Way to go. Please look for a trading room to be established this fall to help our students continue to research investment opportunities. Please join me in a round of applause for everyone who has contributed so much to the Craig School of Business. Today is a celebration of your and your family's accomplishments and a day in which you begin to look forward. I am confident that Fresno State has prepared you well for success in your chosen field and as leaders in your community. And I hope that you will stay connected with us. Stay connected to us as alumni, Bulldog fans, and advocates for future students following in your footsteps to our campus. Thank you. It is my great privilege to congratulate you on your achievement and for all that you're going to do in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Castro. Next, I'd like to introduce the Provost of Fresno State, Dr. Andrew Hoff.
Good morning, everyone. Congratulations on becoming a member of the Fresno State graduating class of 2014. You have achieved a remarkable goal. Did you know that less than 32% of all Americans accomplish a bachelor's degree, fewer than 12% complete a master's degree, and about 3% complete a doctoral degree? It is clear that each of you made a conscious decision to be a leader and earn a university degree that will enhance your future and the future of those around you. Your choice also means a great deal to your community, our valley, and beyond California. I can tell you from personal experience that at this time, you do not know what impact you may produce across all of the relationships you will have with others in the future. I would suggest that you be open to those opportunities when they come along. And who should you be? I would suggest that it is your mission to be a part of everyone around you. Add something of value to each person you meet. Share most generously with those you love, and don't become a pawn of the drama of others. Think profoundly, live profoundly, and love profoundly. You have made a great decision to attend Fresno State. Today you graduate from student to alum, and with that transformation comes a few additional requirements that were not listed in the catalog when you enrolled. And, unlike other university requirements, these come with no additional fees. Be a mentor to your siblings, relatives, neighbors, and others. Be of service to others. Be a force for progress and change in organizations and your community. Be an ambassador for the power of a university education. Be a bulldog and support your university, its academic programs and athletics. Don't be a stranger, visit often, and be an active member of this great community of sisters and brothers. You are, after all, Fresno State. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Hoff. Before we hear from the Dean's medalists, I'd like to take a minute to explain to you the meaning of some of the regalia that's being worn by our graduates. Our MBA graduates will be wearing special hoods, which designates their advanced degrees. On page 4 of your program, you'll see the graduates who will be wearing degrees from the Craig School this academic year. Graduate students who are graduating with a 3.9 to 4.0 GPA have a plus sign next to their name and are wearing a cord indicating they are completing their degree with distinction. Would the MBA and MSA students graduating with distinction please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Undergraduate students graduating with university honors are wearing cords to display their level of honors and have asterisks next to their names in the program beginning on page 6. Summa cum laude represents a 3.9 to 4.0 GPA and is symbolized with red, blue, and gold cords. Magna cum laude represents a 3.7 to 3.89 GPA and is symbolized with red, blue, and silver cords. Cum laude represents 3.5 to 3.69 GPA and is symbolized with red and blue cords. Would all of the undergraduate students graduating with honors, cum laude, magna cum laude, or summa cum laude, please stand and be recognized? Thank you. The sashes being worn by students represent their membership in specific student organizations at Fresno State. Membership in extracurricular activities are important to produce a well-rounded graduate and is encouraged by the Craig School. Please refer to page 12 of your program to see the names of the student organizations and their represented colors. Now I'm pleased to introduce the Dean's Medalists. Please refer to their profiles on page 4 and 6 of your program. Our graduate Dean's Medalist is Curtis Willie. Curtis is completing his Ag MBA this semester with a 4.0 GPA after previously receiving an undergraduate degree in accounting from the Craig School of Business. His EMBA cohort just returned from Beijing and Hong Kong for their requisite study abroad component of the program. He is currently a job costing supervisor at Agri Valley Irrigation and chairman of the Fresno County Republican Party. Curtis's future plans include a run for public office. He's already served as an elected representative in District 5 and is currently the chairman of the Fresno County Republican Party. Please welcome our graduate Dean's Medalist, Curtis Willie.
Hello. I'd like to thank Fresno State for having the earliest graduation on the West Coast. I'm glad everyone's here. They're looking good. To wake you guys up, I thought we'd get a little bit more energized. So, kind of like the Bulldogs game. I'm going to go to this side. I want this side to say Fresno State, and when I point to this side, I want them to say Bulldogs. Alrighty? Was that loud enough, or should we do it one more time? Okay. All right, now that we're awake, I do have a few people I'd like to thank. First, I'd like to thank Tom Burns for nominating me to receive the 2014 Graduates Dean Medal. And I'd like to thank the Academy, Dr. Dean Harper and Dr. Moffitt for selecting me. I'm very honored and humbled. I'd also like to acknowledge a very special group of people. They're sitting in the front row, the 11th Executive MBA program at Fresno State. And the first Ag EMBA. You guys rock, Shay Shay. And on that note, if anyone is interested in doing the Executive MBA, I highly recommend it. Tom Burns has put together one hell of a program, and you will be very excited to join a group of 30 people, plus during a very rigorous 18 months, but as you see, the excitement was all worth it. So, however, there is one person in this group that's the most important person in my life, and that's my wife, Megan Willie, who I'm... Megan and I have gone through undergrad. We graduated in 2009 together, and we just finished our MBA. So congratulations, Megan. And she's also graduating with honors. Now I just ask everyone to look around this room and recognize each and every person in this room that's made incredible sacrifices to get to this point today. We've endured all those late night cram sessions, study groups, group projects, too many exams to count, negotiation classes, which, believe it or not, will help you when you do land that job interview, and all those crazy PowerPoint presentations. Thank you, Dr. Rice, for teaching me how to harpoons one mind. Look what I started. And also, thank you for teaching me how to think about how I think about things. Today marks a day of incredible achievement that's completed by individuals present. One that each and every one of us will never forget, and one that everyone in the stands should be proud of. Although I did read an interesting statistic that business students are the most likely to cheat, so maybe all of that individual achievement stuff should have an asterisk referencing a footnote that references a bibliography in MLA format that cites Wikipedia. We're the graduating class of 2014, and we should be proud. As I stand before you today, I must congratulate all of you who have made it this far. Now, while we're just moments away from walking down the stage and shaking hands of many professors and accepting your degree, we must all remember that this honor of being a CSU graduate comes with high responsibility. This responsibility includes the mentoring of your brothers, your sisters, your cousins, your neighbors, and your friends in their pursuit of a college education. I ask you to take the lead in mentoring the closest to you to ensure that they too will attend college and follow in your footsteps. It also includes these 4 points. Make Fresno State proud. Make your city shine. Represent the Craig School of Business in each and every one of your endeavors. And when you become a manager or supervisor, hire Fresno State alumni. For some of you, you may be following in your parents' footsteps and pursuing your college degree. For others, you may be inspired by a sibling, or maybe you're like me and you're the first in your family to graduate college. Regardless of the path you followed or the path you paved, I want you to look around, look at the people next to you, and on 3, I want you to yell, "We did it." 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, Curtis. Brenda Garcia Lemus is completing her Bachelor of Arts in Economics with a perfect 4.0, and she's our undergraduate Dean's Medalist this year. She's a member of the Craig School Honors Program class of 2014 and has written an undergraduate honors thesis. Brenda also has held the title of President of the Economic Student Association. After being accepted in the master's program at multiple prestigious universities, she has accepted a scholarship and will begin studies for a master's in economics at Duke University this coming fall. Brenda was also recently selected by the Fresno State chapter of Phi Kappa Phi as our university's graduate fellowship nominee for a national award. So I'm proud to present our undergraduate Dean's Medalist, Brenda Garcia Lemus.
Hello, how's everyone doing? Good, woo! First of all, I would like to congratulate all of you on this very special day. All of the hard work, sleepless nights, and persistence have finally paid off. Yeah. I would like to thank all of the faculty, Dean Harper, President Castro, the Craig School of Business, and Fresno State for all of your great contribution to our education. As Elias Terhuni once said, you can't put a large box in a small box. Well, you cannot put a full life in a small dream box. As we are now entering a new chapter in our lives, which is an exciting yet unpredictable new journey, never forget to follow your dreams. Whether your dream is to open your own business, to become the next Warren Buffett, or to develop the next innovative economic model, or whichever dream is in your heart, take the courage to stand up and chase after that dream. I know that for many of us here, if not all of us, our dream was once to become college graduates. And look now, here we all are. It was the everyday small efforts that contributed to achieving our dream of completing our undergraduate education. It was all of those long hours we spent studying for midterms, the time we invested to write essays, to attend class, to keep up with our schoolwork that slowly helped us get to where we all are here at this graduation ceremony. I challenge you to use the same approach of making small daily efforts towards achieving your future goals and dreams. However, never forget to thank all of those who helped you achieve those dreams. In our case, it was our devoted professors, our parents, our mentors, all of the generous donors, and every person that pushed us one step closer to earning an education. As we now enter a new stage in our life with a new set of dreams and aspirations, don't be afraid of the obstacles that will come along the way. During our undergraduate education, we experienced several challenges. Whether they were financial, life, or emotional hardships, our endurance overcame that adversity. So as we now pursue a life in a big dream box, let's not be discouraged by the no's and the rejections of others. If Howard Schultz, founder of Starbucks, gave up after being turned down by banks 242 times to begin the coffee chain, there would be no Starbucks on every corner, and we wouldn't have survived without his caffeinated drinks. It was that 243rd time that made a difference, so never give up at that 242nd time. Let's take this as an example that anything you set your mind to is possible. Even if the conditions may not seem very favorable at the moment, if you continue to chase after that dream, you will be surprised by what you can accomplish. I would like to thank my mother, my sister, my boyfriend, all of my friends for their continued support that helped me get to that 243rd time. Once again, congratulations, class of 2014.
Thank you, Brenda. Okay, graduates and guests, this is the moment you've been waiting for. We will now proceed to the individual recognition of graduates. Each student's name will be read by Fresno Pacific faculty member, Dr. Marshall Johnston. I would like to acknowledge his efforts since he goes to great lengths to ensure your names are pronounced correctly. We'll start with our candidates for master's degree. Graduates, when your name is called, please proceed across the stage to either Tom Burns, our MBA manager, or Dr. James Schmidtke, our graduate faculty coordinator, who will be hooding you this morning. Once hooded, cross the stage and shake hands with me, and remember to turn and have your picture taken. You'll be contacted by the photographer through email after the ceremony with proof of the photos. So now, I'd like to invite all the graduate faculty to please come forward to congratulate the candidates, and with the candidates for master's degree, stand and line up to the right of the stage in order to come forward and be recognized.
Matt Hager. Megan Willie. Curtis Willie. Tan Nguyen. Gabrielle Kirkland. April Fernandez. Laura Chekian. Alberto G. Bato. John Russell Akers. Bradley Calvin Kennington. Jason D. Pausma. Victor Tao. Matthew Lewis Spinhoff. Frank Votter. Narinder Pal Singh. Troy Simone. Midshek Arafin. Marcelino Valdez, Jr. Gina Clark. Jessica Villarreal. Lena Sanchez. Bradley Larson. Tyler Simpson. Eleanor R. Vargas. Molly Fagundes. Chanel Maturian. Leticia M. Lopez. Elise Genevieve Alford. Robert M. Craig. Jonathan Shedlock. Kevin Peter Anderson. Sylvester McQueen Hall. Charlene Roberts Cottle. Anil Ratti. Yesenia Martinez. Alvina Prakash. Christina Nicole Roybal. Ashley Noel Goosen. Courtney Matting. Bo Cow. Matt Dillon. Brandon Freeby. Kelvin Alfaro. Brent Sarabian. Rhett Winterton. Arthur Gardner.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Allison Wells. Ryan Slade.
Congratulations, Brett.
Daniel Kelly Boyd. Miguel Trujillo. Raymond Christopher Macarino. Ting Chien Chang. Tianshu Lan. Lu Jiang. Jessica Fernandez. Kayvon Momin. Danielle Pesterich. Michael Thomas Denuzzo. Nino Ventresca. Tracy Takeda. Crystal Marie Fernandez. Sue Lim. Grace M. Tenalan. Gabriela Garcia.
Congratulations. Oh, yeah.
Jose Sandoval.
Congratulations and thank you.
Philip Kivet. Eric Haddon.
Congratulations.
Brandon Robertson. Keegan Whitty. Yasaman Samimi. Ali Shani. Anahita Amiri. April McDaniel. Emily Ann Spring.
I sent you that thing with the stuff. Did you get it?
Congratulations, graduate students. I would now like to introduce our Craig School Honors Program graduates for 2014. Would the honors students proceed to the right of the stage in order to be recognized? The Craig Honors Program is a rigorous 3-semester program designed to challenge our top undergraduate students. The culmination of the program is the completion of an honors thesis. In recognition of their graduating with Craig School of Business Honors, the students will receive bronze medallions from the Schmidt-Camp Family Honors College. Please refer to page 5 in your program for the title of their theses and their respective faculty mentors. I'd like to ask Dr. Susan Geringer, Director of the Craig School Honors Class of 2014, to introduce these graduates.
First, I'd like to introduce Paul Joseph Bennett. Annette Avey. Brenda Garcia Lemus. Dina Pavic. And last but certainly not least, Ivy Lorraine Rivera.
We will now begin with the individual recognition of our undergraduate class. When your name is called, please cross the stage and shake hands with me, and remember to turn and have your picture taken. You might want to show undergraduates that you can do a better job of remembering that than the MBA students. The first degree we will recognize is the Bachelor of Arts in Economics. And I'd like to ask the department chair, Dr. Antonio Avalos, and the economics faculty to please come forward to congratulate the graduates. And would the economics candidates line up to the right of the stage to come forward and be recognized?
Brenda Garcia Lemus. Christian Vitters. Cynthia Cardava. Natasha Oparnika. Xavier Zerate. Michael Donato. Jonathan Salcido. Jennifer Bernard. Denai Michelle Padigan. Matthew Douglas Credit. Tyler Jenkins. Alex Anderson. Jarrett Godfrey. Chris Walker. Julie Watts. Edgar Vega. Amanda Christensen. Anthony Paul Drew. Lauren Reed. Brandon Mack Wheelock.
The next degree we will recognize is the Accelerated Bachelor's of Business Administration, or ABBA, as we like to call it. I would like to ask the ABBA faculty to please come forward to congratulate their graduates, and would the ABBA candidates line up to the right of the stage in order to be recognized.
Kiaya Tiftik. Michelle Amaral. Nancy Saivon. Erica Hernandez de la Torre. Brenda Ramos. Nicole Gutierrez. Monica Cifuentes. C. Chang. Yolanda M. Dorado. Jefferson Wayne Coleman. Robin Green. Jay Hislop.
Good job, Yolanda. Hey, good job.
Antonio Correa. Travis Wright.
Good job, Robin. Good job.
Mirna Duarte. Yulia Cochina. Leonor Herrera.
Good job. Mirna, congratulations.
Ana Rocha. Alexia Madrigal.
Congratulations. Good job.
Sammy Chin.
Congratulations.
And now we'll recognize the Department of Accountancy. I'd like to ask Department Chair Garl Kalfayan and the accountancy faculty to please come forward to congratulate their graduates. And would the candidates in the accountancy line up to the right of the stage to be recognized?
Paul Bennett. Jagjit Kaur Ubni. Richa Tohan. Aryan Garavesh. Ana Garcia. Susan O'Hara. Danelia Garcia. Alicia Dugan. Ravinder Sohoda. Lydia Alanis. Elizabeth Manfredo. Chelsea McKelvey. Cassie Lee McLaughlin. Gohar Kerdanian. Jesus Gonzalez Jr. Tiffany Priscilla Salas. Charles Harrison III. Kanisha Ashford. Vitaly Bandar. Kalia Her. New Lore. Regina Linder. Vicky Fang. Kristen Dukusin. Gus Santos. Yesenia Valdez. John Anna. Michael J. Brewer. Hector Villas. Kristen Pisani. Orlando Soto. Christopher Scrivener. Brittany Corbin. Shannon DeVoe. Sandra Campos. Zhao Yu. Cassandra Powell. Letizia Leon. Vanessa Sue. Bradley Miller. Chong Vang. Mai Ker Chang. Goldie Rayani. Peng Hua Tao. Joshua Higara. Brandon Michael Macias. Noel Joy. Amy Alejandra Pena. Evelyn Ramirez. Manpreet Kaur Kandola. Alyssa Day. Dennis Glucoy. Patrick Brown. Rebecca Rosengarten. Andrew Sinnis. Kristen Torres. Kearney Singh Sidhu. Victor Miguel Sanchez. Teantre Lasibo. Shelby Slagle. Tyler Valladeo. Miriam Mejia. Fernando Lear. Jessica Marie Mang. Brittany Blecka. Nathan Cabral. Joseph Martinez. Nicholas Cervantes. Jasdeep Randhawa. Sukhpreet Dhaliwal. Ravinder Randhawa. James Forey. Brittany James. Diana Gonzalez. Kyle William Neighbors. Janice Lorraine Gonzalez Innes. Ariana Navarro. Ana Nicole Romero. Keely Taylor Hall. Stevie Smelsky. Matthew Swindle. Joshua Crisp. Manuel Landon Gonzalez. Heba Mosley. Christina Garcia. Mark Kramer. Kia Yonemitsu. Rhonda Laureen Katie. Nirmal Singh. Harwinder Dehal. Carlos Terran. Richard Peckfelder. Christopher Anderson. Freedom John Croft. Monique Salem. Meredith Hattai. Daniel Lee Chan. Jonathan Paul Duncan.
Next is the Department of Finance. As you'll notice in your program, this department has several options, including finance, international business, and real estate and urban land economics. With the department chair, Dr. Casey Chin, and the finance and business law faculty, please come forward to congratulate their graduates. And with the candidates in finance and business law, line up to the right of the stage in order to be recognized.
Danish Kaku. Anthony Tiernan. David Pete Mesa Jr. Stephen Meredith. Taylor Phillips. Bradley Stolp. Amber Rose Arias. Juan Tiscarino. Titus William Moore. Marissa Aliz Sinsenbaugh. Grant Baxter Williams. Joshua Kramer. Andrew James Flores. John Albert Perez. Joshua Rivera. Annette A.V. Brianna Pisano. Rigo Blas. Brittany Guevara. Han T. Tran. Mark Mercado. Jonathan O'Neill Lopez. Justin Williams. Charles Lewis. Philip Parul. Elena Contreras. Kelly Mulville. Matthew Woodsford. Xingying Li. Paku Yang. Gustin Hartanto. Luis Villanueva. Matthew Seeley. Tiffany Hong. Joshua Tony Hovanesian. Cameron Scheidt. Ariana Sandoval. Jasmine Padilla. Mike Henry. Jason Newell. Carlos Castaneda. Gerardo Bravo Zepeda. Manuel Gallardo. Jocelyn Soto Figueroa. Leopoldo Villacorta. Jaime Navarro. Tiffany Young. Timothy Buntapanya. Rowena Williams Alfonso. Vindeep Gill. Dina Pavic. Karen Yolanda Guevara. Celine Mendoza.
Next is the Department of Information Systems and Decision Sciences. Would Dr. Don Stingle, Department Chair of the ISDS, and the ISDS faculty please come forward to congratulate their graduates? And would the candidates in Computer Information Systems line up to the right of the stage to be recognized?
Nam Nunuan. Johnny Reynolds. Josh Maxfield Janer. Billy Chensenbath. Bunviseth Lon. Gary Herr. Jose Ruiz. Zhang Yang. Panat Yang. Stephen Islas. Tyler Faith. Julianne Mindrin. Danielle Terrence Dukes. Matt Brown. Earl Babcock. Chin Fu Vang. Jay Mua. Kellen Beal Roby.
Taylor. Congratulations. Thank you.
John Avila. Peter Wayne Bowie Jr. Mosin. Marcus Miranda. Stefan Washington II. Nigel D'Souza. Jesse Rojas. John F. Morse Jr. Jeffrey Ford. Richard Joby Marias. James Joshua Chambers. Sukhvir Singh Tucker. Jeremy Spangler. Eric Soria. Udam Yu. T. Sean. Dale Tapley. Abe Reddy. Maria Armstrong.
Now we'll recognize the Department of Management. The department also has several options, including management, human resource management, and entrepreneurship. Would the faculty of the Department of Management please come forward to congratulate our graduates, and would the candidates for the management department line up to the right of the stage to be recognized?
Ivy Lorraine Elescas Rivera. Joseph Taviano. Dante Muniz. Azalia Chavez. Erlinda Valdez. Adam Kane Castaneda. Michael Holmes. Jonathan Holmes. Jonathan Otto. Asha Rani Munger. Iris Manselian. Aaron Osborne. Ashley Pereira. Rebecca Killinger. Michelle Darchuk. James Seha. Kyle Rhodes. Melanie DeMarco. Ebony Aguirre. Francisco Alvarado. Jose Vargas. Thomas Carter. Joe John Palma. Christopher Tafoya. Brenna Pethad. Sadwant Kaur. Mandeep Singh. Anthony Cooey. Lorraine King. Brittany Gasper. Jennifer Rusk. Kristen Cobb. Derek Bentley. Jacob John Gorthy. Vanessa Lopez. Janet Robles. Stephanie Jeanette Gang. LD Hernandez. Marcela Blas. Denny Duckich. Heather Ann Gonzalez. Tammy Fott. William Galvan. Kirsten Howe. Erica Joyce Abbs. Charnel Heaven. Bianca Montes. Jessica Wood. Kelsey Denai Dotson. Melissa Diane Ringgold. Christina Romero. Cecilia Beck. Vanessa Seeley. Lisa Pua Zhang. Shannon Webster.
Hey, congratulations.
Garrett Ginther. Brittany Renee Price. Ashley Lee Perry. Sydney Marie Martin. Allison Timlin. Brittany Buna. Ashley Vali Chantapong. Nushan Peggy Kamsiri. Erica Casas. Isabel Fernandez. Nayeli Espinoza. Carolina Lopez. Ryan Justin Sepulveda. Miguel Angel Saldana. Kuavu. Yi Her.
You did it, dude.
Jeff Dugan.
Congratulations.
Taylor Dixon. Sydney Fingden. Ellery Rydberg. Michael Hernandez. Isaac Elijah Pimentel.
Congratulations.
Andrew Armstrong.
Congratulations.
Devin Miller.
That's what we ought to do. Is just do that. That should be our signature.
Catherine Dorn.
Congratulations. Proud of you. Congratulations.
Marcus Allen. Alicia Christine Wolf. Alma Meraz. Seneca Carreño.
Who else is there? Jill's gone.
Avril Nisley. Marcela Flores Ham.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Ashley Ann Verna. Rebecca Lynn Gonzalez. Elisa Naranjo. Taylor Diane Alberta. Taylor Blaine Alsa. Lee Her. Char Her. Ku Her.
Yay, Taylor.
Daniel R. Gong. Alan Sung.
So she's for a business major. How appropriate is that?
Tyler Anthony Lorenzo.
Congratulations.
Elsie Leon. Robbie Vallon. David Massaro.
Yay, congratulations. Congratulations.
Mark Gisberts. Zach Kyle.
Nice things, I'm sure. Thank you. I just imagine the two of you talking.
Christopher Gallardo. Miguel Delgado. Javier Manzo. Jeffrey Caradana.
Congratulations.
Matthew Melton. Juan Carlos Ruiz. Nanoy Fungarat. Rafael Villaseñor. Carlos Escobar.
It's a big group.
Umar Ramlan. Erica Harajan. Moni Cha.
Good job. Congratulations.
Drew Weezy.
Thank you so much. Yay! Proud of you. Thank you so
Kirsten
much.
Vaughn.
Way to go, dude. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Good job.
The final department is the Department of Marketing and Logistics. The department has 3 options, including marketing, sports marketing, and logistics and supply chain strategies. I'd like to ask Dr. Motamani, Department Chair of and the faculty of the Department of Marketing, to please join me to congratulate our graduates. And would the candidates in marketing line up to the right to be recognized?
Lauren Cluse. Paige Nilmeyer. Mitchell McSorley. Joseph Palmer. Katie DeVoe. Hannah Prigge. Alexis Melnikoff. Brianna Cooksey. Shady Barakat. Afona Gebre. Jorge Gonzalez. Cameron Andre Jones. Amy Bandy Bachmeyer. Megan Souza. Tom Richardson. Matthew Renfro. Anthony Mint. Valentine Sandoval. Tyler Beck. Yasmin Palacios. Alicia Johansson. Million Abraham. Joshua Miller. Chris Lobb. Travis Eklund. Haley Catherine Barkus. Janelle Graham. Iveta Martirosian. Lynn Deanne Bernies. Chris Simons. Jamie Danielle Trujillo Oakland. Lauren Bennett. Rebecca Comagis. Richard Castellanos. Casey Lauren Nagel. Say Marissa Awansanya. Rebecca Zilstra. Andrew Wright. Sarah Sombat. Lana Hamiden. Hu Yin Go. Jing Dong. Andrew Esquera. Lila Garcia. Kaylin Sargent. Lauren Sarabian. Mandy Sangha. Kevin Roberts the First. Jessica Philgate. Giovanni Nzunza. David Koda. Alex Crow. Ryan Anthony Meyer. Lauren Haley Duncan. Brittany Hicks. Alexandra Price. Cody Maloney. Colin Graham. Javier Paradise. Brent White. Ryan Bird. Matthew Gallinetti. Kayla Glover. Maria Munoz. Kevin Sweetman. Samir Murshid. Yvette Chavez. Yahara Amaskua. Cynthia Vang. Dylan James McCluskey. David Richard Russo. John Michael Russo. Chase Carlson. Robert Dell Jones. Todd Prieto. Parmita Chowdhury. Leo Arntz. Brian Friedman. Alexandra Phillips. Deborah Ann Wills. Samya Atra. Leslie Lupian.
Not right now, but yeah, call me later. Okay?
Taylor Renee Wilkinson. Amanda Lynn Conlon. Brianna Giselle Chavez. Jennifer Lizette Mendoza. Shelby Davidson. Bianca Christine Mancia. Nicholas Gargan. Vanessa Charland. Lindsay Folio. Victoria Alyssa Gill. Dina Hodge. Alicia DeYoung. Amy Young. Wendy Mua. Christina Kam.
Thank you.
Erica G. Shanklin.
Do I get a hug? I don't see you until next semester, but that's okay.
Becky Wynn.
Hey, congratulations. I don't see you next semester, but I get a hug now because I won't get one next year. Congratulations.
Genesis Del Bosque.
Congratulations, class of 2014. Let's hear it for all of you. So please be sure to show your appreciation to your family, friends, faculty, and others who helped you achieve your success. And I urge you to stay engaged and connected with the Craig School of Business at Fresno State, your alma mater. Please remember President Castro's challenge for you to be bold. He added another comment to that to our faculty a while back, and I thought it would be appropriate to end with too. He added, to be bold, be nice. We will be hosting a reception immediately following the ceremony in the University Business Center. This will be a great opportunity to introduce your family and friends to the faculty at the Craig School of Business and to take some photos. Our reception will begin with the platform party, followed by the faculty, and then the graduates. Graduates will be escorted off the arena floor towards section 103. Family and friends, please exit your seats to the concourse level to meet your graduates. This concludes our ceremony. Thank you for attending. I hope to see you later.